Okay, and... Hey buddies, welcome to a Nintendo Direct episode show for Nintendo Direct. Awesome video game show. Video games awesome. Brought to you by Rooster Teeth and Funhouse.
No.
Licensed by the React Bros TM.
Oh god.
Thank you to those guys too.
Hey, Mario Tennis Aces. We're gonna get
Today we are going to check out the Nintendo Direct that's supposed to go live at 2. Somebody told us that we missed one.
Yes, we did.
A 15-minute... I recall a lot of people saying don't bother.
Were we in San Antonio?
I thought we were. I thought that's when we missed it.
Yeah.
Was in San Antonio or something. And I heard a lot of people said,
Just a
like,
mini one?
don't bother.
Okay.
This one, a lot of people have hyped up, and I'm not sure why. If it's because Nintendo hyped it up, or is it just that people are thirsty for some gaming news?
Maybe they're excited about Mario Tennis Aces.
Is that the thing that they've
You-
said is going to be in it?
Friggin' loved Mario Tennis, remember?
No, Mario Soccer. Strikers. I don't think I ever really played much Mario Tennis.
I totally thought you had. Maybe that was me? Is that me?
I can't remember. Like, I played it, but I don't think I ever owned it and played it a lot. I loved Strikers.
Possibly
I thought
totally
Strikers
owned it.
was a lot of fun. The biggest problem with Strikers was that once you got good, you were untouchable. It wasn't like, I mean, you could say the same maybe for Mario Kart, but at least in Mario Kart, there's the off chance you're going to get a blue shell and maybe be able to every so often beat that asshole who's like smugly winning over and over. But in Strikers, it was like once a person got ahead of you in skill, you were fucked. They were just going to dominate. Like, there was no evening out of the skill
Did you and
in
Ben
Strikers.
play it
But it was a
lot?
great game. We did, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember playing it. It was an anger-inducing game for sure. It was like, but it was really satisfying sometimes. Yeah, Strikers was definitely the best when both people playing were shit at it, for sure. That's why it was, yeah.
I
would love
remember
to see a
kind of
new
being
one.
pissed off playing it with you guys because you were good.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well,
fuck this game.
The good thing is about it is with a team of people, then at least if you have 4 and you have 2 guys, this is a pretty specific situation, but if you have 2 people good and 2 people not so good, you can like
Me
do
and
that.
Deacon versus you and Ben.
Yeah.
But like, you and me.
And then like you can force the computer to always be in goal, which nobody wants to do
Yeah.
as the third person. You know, one thing I don't understand with Strikers is why there wasn't one on the Wii U. Considering that like soccer is such a huge sport worldwide, you'd think of all their sports games that they would have like.
How long was the Wii U life?
I don't know. They put
And
out.
when did it come out? It came out pretty early in the Wii. I thought.
I don't know. It's almost like Nintendo wanted to pretend that system didn't exist.
Animal Crossing for the Switch, I cannot handle. I cannot.
Yeah, she can't
can't.
take that at this point in her life.
I'm sorry. I can't do it.
It would be perfect.
What?
Is if Animal Crossing on the Switch came out right after we got to Japan and it was like your new comfort.
Yeah.
It'd be really comforting when you feel homesick or something to just
Yeah.
play in Animal Crossing.
That's what I did whenever we were in college with the first Animal Crossing.
Mm-hmm.
When I was feeling homesick, I'd play Animal Crossing. What was that one called? GameCube.
The GameCube one. It was the first one on a console, I guess.
I have not played Animal Crossing Mobile because I can't, like I said, like I can't have it in
Was
my
that
life right now.
Was that the first Animal Crossing? I don't even know how... Was that the first Animal Crossing on GameCube? Was that the first one?
Was there one on...
But you played so much of it in college.
Oh, fuck, it was bad. Like, I'd go to work and just be dreaming about it. Well, it's the same. It's always
Hey,
the
guys.
same with Animal Crossing.
Do you have to refresh
Yeah, GameCube was
YouTube
the first one. Okay.
when they go live? When it goes live? Like, I have it going. Is this going to need to be refreshed, or I don't remember how this works?
I actually don't have Stardew Valley.
Okay.
I really should get it, because
Yeah.
We
Oh,
have
here we
it.
go.
we have it on Steam.
So people are loving the Switch. Becky's loving it.
I am totally loving it. I play it every single day.
Yeah. It's
A lot of Binding of Isaac.
皆さんおはようございます
Ohio!
The time has come for today's Nintendo
For
Direct.
those assholes.
I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll be your guide.
任天堂
I have lots of information to share about upcoming games for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo 3DS.
All I see is Ricardio.
First,
When I see his face. It's just like a Ricardio face talking
Cardio heart guy.
from
It's
Adventure
the
Time.
biggest collection in this microgame series. The latest in the WarioWare series is coming to the Nintendo 3DS family of systems.
Those games were fun.
Means
Oh!
there's a new way to play Wario's strangely satisfying microgames.
So wait a minute, these are the old games being brought?
Classics and new
over?
additions. There are 300 microgames to enjoy.
I wasn't paying
making
attention, I
this
was
the
doing a
biggest
thing.
entry in the
300
series.
microgames.
Okay, but what is this?
I don't know where this one
Tilt
right
the
now.
system. Use the touchscreen and microphone. Only Wario could come up with this many control schemes.
On the 3DS.
What playstyle?
I was confused because it's a white
Better
3DS.
figure it out. and
It
dig
confused
that
me. I
crazy
was
action
like-
while it's hot. Hey, some familiar characters are rocking new looks. This is the most jam-packed game in the series yet. Just look at
Curling.
that face. Even Wario
It's
can't
okay, you only
contain
have to
his
play it for
wicked
5
grin.
seconds.
WarioWare Gold launches August 3rd.
Did they fix it? Did they make it so you don't have to play through the whole thing in single player first and play every minigame first before you play with friends?
sucks.
Enemy
I
rocks
still stand
and
by
rock
that
them
stuff.
in battle to defend frontier villages. Yes, sir. Action
This
meets
is-
tower defense in Dillon's Dead Heat Breakers.
Anybody play the
This time,
Dillon?
the Red
This
Flash
guy?
himself, Dillon. Team up
Did we
with
meet
your
the
own
people who make
analyzed
this?
Me character. Be strategic and use your whole team.
can't remember.
What in tarnation? Your friends' me characters can join the team as gunners. Well, you'll need their help.
Dylan's
to
rolling
face
Western
each
was
wave of
good.
Transforming monsters.
It's familiar.
It's okay.
Who or what will you and Dillon get
The
tangled
look
up
of
with?
it feels
Never
familiar,
mind
like
that.
the battle
There's an
style.
enemy invasion to stop, and a frontier in desperate need of some.
Wow, it's got a lot of different styles.
does.
The demo version of the game will be available for download May 10th. The full game, Dillon's Dead Heat Breakers, rolls into Nintendo eShop on Nintendo 3DS May 24th.
Do you guys still play your 3DS much? I guess people that don't have
Are the
Switches
brothers
do.
and Bowser still better together? Nintendo DS Classic Mario and Luigi Bowser's
I
Inside
thought we were gonna
Story,
get
back for more
Switch
frustrating adventures.
news.
Mario and Luigi have been tasked with finding a cure for the blowers, a disease threatening all life.
So
in the
weird they're
Mushroom
still
Kingdom.
supporting. I mean, I guess there's a lot of people who own the 3DS who haven't sprung for the
Their
Switch
journey
yet.
takes them
Yeah,
deep into
that's
the
why I was
belly of
just
the beast,
asking.
leaving Bowser to scout
Will-
the kingdom for the cure. The only way
I
forward
can't
is
with
to
the
change between
3DS
the bros and
graphics.
Bowser.
Will all of
Big
these
Bad
make
will
their way
even beef up for
over
monstrous boss battles fit for a
to
king.
the
Take
Switch
them down in
eventually?
this action-packed RPG.
They would have to do something with the graphics, would they not?
Well, yeah, they just up-res it. Like,
Yeah.
And, uh-oh, looks like his boy wants in on the action. Find out what happens behind the scenes in the untold
the
story
thing is with
of Bowser's
Nintendo, like when
Mario
WiiWare
Luigi
came out,
Bowser's
everybody was like, "Oh my God,
plus
the entire
Bowser
back
Jr.'s
catalog
journey
of
launches in
Nintendo was
2019.
eventually going to be on here," and they like did like such a small portion of it.
Yeah.
Detective
And then they did
Pikachu. Plus,
the
Oh,
same thing with
yeah.
Wii U.
Something about this Pikachu
Yeah,
is a little
yeah.
different. He's gruff,
You agree with me, don't you?
runs his mouth,
Don't boss me around.
likes coffee,
This hi-hat blend is as delicious as ever.
I want to know the explanation.
Welcome
Why
to
is he,
Rhyme City,
like-
It's Ryan
where
Reynolds,
humans and
right?
Pokemon
No, it's not.
usually
That's
live
a
in
joke.
harmony.
Oh, snap.
Did
But
they?
recently, Pokemon have been behaving.
That's,
would've been
but
so
they said
funny.
they were talking about a movie, and in a movie they might
there's
have
a
Ryan
fake
Reynolds
Luckily,
voice
a
him.
boy named Tim and Detective Pikachu are on the case.
The
For
movie
real?
version,
Like, seriously?
yes.
Mystery head on.
They're thinking of making a movie version. Quick. What?
How was that? Did I do it?
As of today, the game is
He
available
must have
for
swapped
pre-purchase
bodies
on
with
Nintendo
Pikachu or
eShop on
something.
Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah.
Like that's the like some
Practices
real
with
life
Detective
detective,
Pikachu
or
when the
I don't
game
know.
launches March 23rd. Plus, keep
I
your
love
eyes
it, though.
peeled for this
I think it's
extra
great.
I thought that was gonna be
They
on the
are making a
Switch.
movie version.
which launches the same day.
Phew.
That mysterious mansion has reappeared in the Nintendo 3DS remake.
Isn't it weird how they like? How do you think they make their decisions? Like this one goes on the Switch, this one goes on the 3DS.
Yeah, have no idea.
Obviously, some of them would have been being developed already for the 3DS, so that makes
Nintendo
that
GameCube
decision.
classic
But
Luigi's Mansion has been remade for Nintendo 3DS.
I think, like, you have to remember the Switch was in-house for a long time before we saw it, so they had, like, clear choices.
Yeah.
Fans of the
3DS
Luigi's Mansion
or
Dark
Switch? Which one do we
game
start developing
now
for?
explore the original mansion where Mario went missing. Luigi's something of a scaredy cat, but these classic ghosts and traps are no match for his vacuum cleaner.
So this is the
Besides,
GameCube game
the
coming
mansion's
over.
map will be displayed on the bottom screen.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah.
If you work up the
Nice.
courage, fight the ghosts of your past battles in the new boss rush mode.
The giant boobas.
Luigi's Mansion for Nintendo
Oh my God, I
3DS
love-
launches this year.
That humming.
Yeah, Nilani, it's probably them
That's all for Nintendo 3DS.
hedging their bets, realizing they have an install base
So
on
far,
one
so good.
system, so...
Well, let's keep the headlines coming.
Do a magic trick!
It's time for Nintendo Switch.
Do some magic! Magic Man!
Kirby can even make friends with those.
That's what happens when you do a trick. People want them all the time.
Kirby
Yeah.
Star Allies finally launches next week. As you fight through your adventure, you'll reach dream palaces where, surprise, even fan-favorite legacy characters can become Kirby's friends. Well, dream friends anyway.
You heard this
When
game
you're saving the
sucks?
world,
Why?
It's nice to have some heavy hitters on your side, even the likes
This
of
is,
King Dedede,
I was looking
Meta
at
Knight,
kakaku.com, which is price.com in Japan. That's the name for price, and
Eventually, more Dream Friends will
This
be
was
added
the
to
top
game
seller.
via free updates
Really?
under
after launch.
video games that week.
The first update will include Rick, Kine,
Japan.
and Ku.
1, 2, Switch 2, please.
What is that fucker? Did you see his
Yeah,
friend?
I did. Yep.
Ah, it's
It's like a
slime.
dream
Is that
come true to bring this ragtag crew of characters together from
No,
across
that's
the
from a
Kirby
different.
series.
Oh.
Kirby Star
Wh-
Allies
why is the
launches
slime
on
so
Nintendo
similar
Switch
to
March 16th.
Dragon Quest?
Yeah.
The first free update will be
He's like
available
almost the
March
exact
28th.
same, except for he doesn't have the little
A
drop
quick
on his
reminder,
head.
A free demo is
Very
I thought it was a
now
crossover
on
too, but it's not
Nintendo
quite the
eShop
same
on
as
Nintendo
the
Switch.
Dragon Quest slime.
What
He's a
else
little
are
bit
friends
different.
for?
He needs a droplet on his head.
An epic tale returns with new artistic touches.
Oh.
Okami, the
People
grand
wanted us to
adventure
play
in
this so
classical
bad.
Japanese style, rises again in the HD version. To save the land from a terrible curse, the legendary Okami Amaterasu was resurrected, setting off on a quest.
I played it a little bit before our show
Isu.
started ever.
Overcome challenges using
it was
the power
okay.
of the gods. the
Yeah?
celestial
Yeah,
brush.
it was all right. It was
Your
like
brushstrokes,
sort of
you can make a variety of miracles come to fruition.
like
in the Nintendo
the
Switch
style was
version,
amazing.
users
and-
Yeah,
can
the style's
travel
very
in
pretty.
handheld mode.
I thought some of the characters were really cute. There's this goddess with boob jiggle in it,
Oh, that's always fun.
made of leaves, I think, or something. And she's kind of like smarmy and always making fun of you.
Uh-huh.
But
In the eclectic
I also
cast,
found it to be there's one
solve
boob jiggle thing.
mysteries,
I thought it was
and
also
slay
kind
countless
of
monsters,
Woman.
discover what awaits at your
Fraser.
journey's end. Okami
I also thought it was kind of
launches on Nintendo
boring.
eShop on
I don't know
Nintendo
why.
Switch
It was
this
just
summer.
kind of mediocre platforming, I thought, and puzzle solving. But
Eat up and throw sushi on
if it wasn't
Nintendo
for its
Switch.
style, I would pass it,
Adventure
hard
unlike
pass.
any
But
Interesting.
other, with conveyor belt sushi action.
this looks fun.
Yeah.
The way of
Yep.
Sushido.
This
Story
looks
takes
neat.
place after the bitter sushi struggles.
Ah!
It is in a world where sushi is forbidden. Musashi
Melodrama
conveyor
done
belt
right.
sushi battles to
There's a
defeat
place for
the empire
melodrama.
and topple its sushi monopoly.
It's in comedy.
The gameplay is deep, but the basics are simple. Just eat
Yes.
more and more sushi to pile up plates of matching colors on
Okay.
a table. Then throw them all at your opponent.
Oh
Mix
yeah.
up your strategies to crush your enemies.
Now tell me there's rhythm-based
Pull off a special
mechanics
move
and I'm
created by one
sold.
of your sushi
I'm already
strikers who May
sold.
be able to get the upper hand in battle.
Good
Of
one.
course, there's a multiplayer mode too. Battling fellow sushi strikers.
We need to get
online
2
can
switches,
get
Fraser.
intense. Sushi Striker: The Way of Sushido launches simultaneously.
So was there a
on Nintendo
Sushi Striker
Switch
before
and
this? Is this a
Nintendo
sequel or is
3DS
this
June.
brand new? I've never...
That's a waste of sushi.
More
Yeah.
travelers, more details, and more launch info.
How long?
Masashi Takahashi from Square Enix.
Do you want his sweater?
Today, I
Nah.
have 3 new items to share.
Oh, the sweater. Yeah, I do.
I'd like to
I thought you meant the
introduce
t-shirt.
2 more main characters.
2 more characters.
What
Nice.
lies beyond the horizon?
Oh, she's cute. Becky, what?
Tressa the Merchant. She sets off to find her own adventure and gain experience in her job. Her path action is purchase,
It's so
You're so excited about this game.
pretty.
which
Yeah.
means she can obtain special items
It's
from
just
the
like
townsfolk.
that style, that
Hands out
aesthetic
someone in
is
the
just
bind.
so
Simple
nice
as
to me.
that.
An
This is
apothecary.
Alfin, the
Okay,
apothecary.
cuck.
He embarks on his journey to heal those
Sorry.
suffering across the continent. His path action is inquire.
His path action is inquiry.
Others aren't pretty
Excuse
serious
me, sir.
conversations.
Wait, what was the other girl's path
Next,
action? I missed
let's
it. The
talk about
merchant.
jobs in
Probably
battle.
selling, right? Or bargaining?
Characters start out with a base job, but they can equip
Merchant,
an
dancer,
additional job
pocket-
to use in battle.
Okay. Oh! They can be more
Oh,
than
damn.
one.
For instance, if another character like the merchant Tressa equips the dancer job, they can
Buying from items from villages.
Purchase,
expand your
purchase,
strategic
yeah.
options.
Thank you, guys.
So how do they learn to be different classes? Do they spend
Finally,
time
we know
with
many
one of the
you
other
have
characters
been
for a
wondering
while?
about the release date. The game launches July 13th.
Oh, it's really close after we get to
We're
Japan.
offering a special edition of the game. Inside, you'll find a pop-up book introducing the 8 characters
book.
and their places of
A
origin.
fucking
A
pop-up
map
book?
for your adventure.
That's
A sound
cute.
selection
It is.
CD.
Um,
A replica coin based on the in-game currency.
the demo I thought was like,
This special edition will be
it wasn't
released the same
like,
day as the
I
regular
wasn't over the moon. I loved my time in it, but I found one of the stories extremely entertaining and funny, and then I found the other story
Right.
kind of like
I
typical.
left for the second story.
The night story was kind of boring
Okay.
because it was very old school RPG, like just old, lame story, like the standard template
When an
story.
otaku assassin enters the game world.
They removed Project.
The legendary gaming
Oh, yeah.
console, the Death Drive Mark II. Travis Touchdown wanders into the game world and embarks on a rampage of epic proportions.
I think we knew this was coming. I think we knew the Travis Touchdown was coming again, right?
Racing, puzzles, a total of 7 different games.
This also isn't the proper title. This is like an offshoot.
He vows to exterminate every last bug he finds.
This is like a
His
spin-off.
simple yet exhilarating basic attacks.
There was a trailer, but we didn't see gameplay, right?
Down to
There was a horrible trailer. We couldn't hear anything the characters were saying because the music was so loud.
creatively combine your moves to crush them.
This is a spin-off, so this is like a
Joy-Con
like
controller to a friend for co-op multiplayer. And
I didn't play No More Heroes.
because the sequel is coming, but this is completely like
mentioned the adventure mode with
side
new
project.
story.
It looks like to me.
Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, launches exclusively on Nintendo Switch in 2018.
Exclusively.
In Dark Souls, every challenge.
This
an
is the
opportunity.
sequel? It doesn't. It looks like so different. It looks like a mini game. Okay,
Dark
all right.
Souls, a world wrought with
Dark Souls
despair
Remastered coming.
and hope.
Did I ever finish Dark Souls on our show? The first one?
One clean victory becomes a moment you'll never forget.
Yeah, Dark Souls on
Now you
Switch.
can savor your
Yeah.
accomplishments.
I don't think I did.
Anytime, anywhere, for the first time on
Yeah,
console.
I didn't finish it.
Did you finish it off show? You
No.
wouldn't have finished it off show.
There's going to be a network test, so players can try the game.
I think what happened was I made it
First Dark
really
Souls
far in
experience.
Dark Souls with a few different
To a brave
characters.
new world.
Like I played like 5 different
Yes.
characters and made it really far, but never ended up finishing. And then around that time, Dark Souls. Oh,
Oh
wow!
my god, that's amazing!
Wow, that's gonna be
Holy shit,
wow.
that is so cool!
That's gonna be highly in demand.
Everyone's gonna want that.
There's gonna be people who don't even own a Switch buying that.
Absolutely.
How's it going so far?
Already sold.
Well, I have a quick reminder. Did you hear that My Nintendo members?
Anyways,
can
Dark
now
Souls
redeem
2 came out
points for
right
digital
around when I was
games
getting into Dark
DLC
Souls
on
1,
the Nintendo Switch
and so I didn't
system.
finish it. I just went ahead with Dark Souls
Choose
2, I
to
think,
use
so
your
that's what
points during
happened.
The checkout process in Nintendo eShop for Nintendo Switch or on the Nintendo
Didn't they get rid of the?
Visit the
They
My
got rid of
Nintendo
Nintendo
website to learn more.
points, so now they have like a
Okay,
gold
we have
point
more
system.
Nintendo Switch
guess.
headlines. But
We never
first,
cashed our points in. I don't remember how
I
much.
did a couple times.
Did
I
we?
got
in
like
particular. Please take a look.
some random
Crap.
crap. Yeah, I can't even remember what I got now.
Mario Tennis! Seriously though, this and not Strikers. Like, how many people in the world play tennis?
It was fun, man.
Becky was on a tennis club in high school.
I was in a tennis
They
club.
pretended to be rich yuppies and they sucked.
We had like the sweaters over our shoulders,
Varying
and
playstyles on the Nintendo Switch system allow up to 4
really
players
good.
to step onto the court together.
Oh, this is looking like you can't have 4 players unless you have...
tennis gameplay.
You can have 2 players on one Switch, but otherwise you need more switches. It looks like.
A basic shot, top spin.
My cousin threw out her
and a lob
shoulder
zoom
playing
over your opponent's head.
Wii U tennis.
Just to name a few.
Like really
Wait, you
fucked
mean
it
Wii
up.
tennis, like the
Wii
original
Wii tennis, sorry.
Wii Sports tennis.
Why
Yeah.
not aim and then shoot?
Like it still bothers
Oh.
her.
Introducing the all-new Zone Shot. It lets you pinpoint any spot you want to aim at using motion controls and
Whoa.
send the ball crashing down. Zone shots
I remember
are
playing it.
powerful. So if you
Again, I don't
hit
remember
well,
owning
Your
this,
racket will take some
but I remember
damage.
playing a good amount of Wii tennis and
If your racket takes 3 hits, it'll
Mario
break.
Tennis and think it was
Forcing you
fun
to forfeit if it's your last one.
to some extent, and then
It's an instant KO.
I think we did own it because I remember playing it quite a bit too. And how would we have played it if we didn't own it?
You can stop a zone shot with a block.
Nobody
Return
we
a
knew
shot
how to
with
beat.
Perfect timing, and you'll block, protecting your racket. It's no small
you know what's
feat to
interesting
know
is
just right.
I think this is it's very similar to ARMS. And hear me
Using
out.
zone speed,
Okay.
the world
ARMS is
around
all
you
about
slow
reaction
motion,
and counters,
allowing you to perform
back and
incredible
forth,
feats,
kind of.
like chasing
And that's a
down
little bit
shot.
what tennis is. It's like you're reacting to their shot, trying to counter it. It's like a rock, paper, scissors almost, just like ARMS is.
I would argue that ARMS is more
Of course, you
entertaining.
can't just spam zone shots and zone
You would argue
speed
ARMS is more entertaining?
Yeah.
You can
I like that this
initiate
one's
these
more,
moves by using up some of your energy gauge.
Oh, you slow down at any time.
The energy
By using
gauge
energy.
slowly fills
I didn't
up
end
the
up playing
longer you
ARMS
keep a rally
off
going.
show.
Oh, that's a fun
The fastest way
mechanic.
to fill up your gauge is with the new
Did we
trick
play
shot.
this a lot on the GameCube?
I think. I don't know. I don't remember.
I think that's
I'm an
what
old
I'm thinking
man.
of.
You can jump over
Can't remember
to
what I
it.
had for breakfast.
Because you didn't eat
It's
breakfast.
a risky maneuver. If you don't judge
You
Because I'm a
should-
fat man.
distance
I'm trying to get her. No, I had peanut butter.
there's a point.
You did have your peanut butter?
I had my peanut butter. Yeah, I had a few scoops.
Your energy gauge will get a big
Whoa, look at all that
Cool.
flair on.
Yeah, man.
On Peach.
I'm always going to be her because sometimes maybe you could see up her skirt.
Yeah.
time.
Just like I'm her on
Your ultimate shot.
Double.
It will eat up your energy in a big way, but this thing can really turn the tide. It may even destroy your opponent's racket in
Wow.
one hit. However,
You got set on
not
fire.
even a special shot guarantees a win. There's always a chance
Okay,
it could be
so I like this this
in these intense
tech
matches,
this mechanic
the move you make presents
of
a risk.
energy meter that fills up, and it's not like
Your energy gauge
classically
will be
with games like this, you get to maximum and then you get to use your
For an
ultimate.
offensive
Right.
zone shot,
But it looks like with Mario, like you, as long as you have enough energy, you can use it at any time. It just uses a ton,
Right.
which you could be using to slow down time. So it's like,
That's kind of interesting how there's like numbers of rackets.
destroy your opponent's
yeah,
Like what happens
that's the
if
whole
you
idea.
destroy all of your
Then they lose. That's the game.
Oh.
It's not a point-based game, it's a KO-based game, which is also an interesting mechanic.
Okay.
I think that's a lot more
Best
fun.
part about Mario Tennis Aces.
Is that what that is? Or is it like 2 ways to win? Is it a KO or a point
Play
base?
using simple rules.
It's
which
both,
means
okay.
Both. Okay, that's
are
fun.
allowed. Once you connect online,
And I
you
guess
can play a match with
there,
your friends
we
or
weren't paying
other
attention,
players.
sorry, but I think the racket destroys when you have more power than them. If you've budgeted and kept more power, if they like try to block one of your insane shots.
Matchmaking
cool.
is based on your record during the event. As a participation bonus, you can get special outfits or even additional characters. There's also swing mode.
Pikachu,
which allows
see
you
that?
to use
No,
your
I didn't.
Joy-Con like a tennis racket. Forehand, backhand, slice,
What about for crazy lefties like Deacon?
block.
You mean perverted lefties?
Yeah, that's what I
Play
meant.
casually
Yeah.
with your friends and family. Or just get your
There's
body
always
moving.
left-handed mode.
Bowser's got spikes on his racket.
Did you see Wario like did a flip there? But
Nice.
it didn't look good. It looked like he kind of just fell over.
The game offers a refined
This-
approach to tennis games.
This looks
Looks
fun.
fun.
focusing on deep strategic
I
technique.
said it first,
It could
so
be.
it's my opinion.
Another twist to the good old
Oh.
game of tennis.
Can 4 people play on one Switch? That's what I want to know.
I
Come
think
on,
they answered
Nintendo.
that.
Don't do that. Let 4 people play
Mario
on one
Tennis
Switch.
Aces launches June 22nd.
June 22nd.
They should, right? But the initial
and
little
one
bit
last
just made it
thing.
seem like they
As we
could.
approach the game's launch, we decided to hold a pre-launch online tournament. That way, you can try out Mario Tennis Aces for
You
yourself.
could be a winner.
We'll announce
I
the
am a
details
winner.
at a later date, so please stay
I didn't do
tuned.
drugs.
Oh. Go Ricardio.
We'll have more on Mario
I like
Tennis
that.
Aces in the future.
I like it. You got me. Did you see what he did?
With some
So he did it, then he's like,
lines.
like he just noticed the camera. Pretty good.
Captain Toad is ready to explore other systems.
Ah.
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is bound for Nintendo Switch.
I played this a little bit off
Explore a
show.
variety of tricky sandbox-style levels inspired by
It was a
Japanese
bit
box
too
art
easy.
called
Or I beat it.
You can
Is this the
rotate
same
camera
game just
and
being
touch
brought to the
screen
Switch?
for a better view of hidden treasures.
Guys, did I beat this?
And
I would have
this time,
tweeted about it.
we've included a
Well,
few Super Mario
she's
Odyssey
gonna be
levels,
playing it
too.
now that it's on the Switch.
Now you can explore
I don't remember
locales from
loving
a
it.
variety of kingdoms.
I remember
Check
it
out
being
New
like.
No, you liked it a lot. It's just that you had no opportunity to play it because the Wii U was always out
By
here.
the way, did you know Captain
I don't know
Toad
where our
also
other Wii U
appeared in
went.
Super Mario
We never had
Odyssey?
another one hooked up or something.
Yeah, it's
The
in there. It's
Nintendo
there when I
Switch
You just didn't
version
like
can
playing on a
be played with
TV.
friend by sharing
And
a pair of
the Wii U's
joy-con
connection.
controllers. While one player controls Captain Toad,
Oh.
the other can assist
Oh, there's a
with
cursor
things
on
like
the screen?
turnip cover fire,
Oh.
so you can enjoy
Oh
tracking
yeah,
treasure
by
together.
the right controller.
We also plan to release a Nintendo 3DS version with 3D visuals and touch.
And then the other thing was the connection to play on the couch to the controller when you didn't want to play on the TV was horrible. From day one, it was horrible.
Right.
So
It was okay.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
I thought it was cute.
This game's got pretty good graphics. Too bad the lights off, so you can't see any of them. Sons! Where's the Switch? Over here. Turn it on! Ah, that's better. Where was it anyway? You want to know? We're on it!
That's pretty good.
Coming eventually. I'm gonna buy that for my cousin.
Game
Bosho.
Icon crashes Nintendo Switch.
I
The
loved
impossible isn't
that game.
possible until it
Me
happens.
too.
All three original Crash Bandicoot games are debuting on a Nintendo system for the
I almost feel like I
Shit,
can't love it.
want this.
jump and walk through the trilogy's.
Oh, whoa! What the fuck's going on right now? What am I
know,
looking at?
I know.
I was just thinking about my love for fucking Undertale for a second and just
Yeah.
like blurring out my eyes. What the
Crash is on the Switch.
fuck
Look great on your TV.
On a
is going
Nintendo.
on? What the fuck is this?
Texas plans for world domination.
Did anybody know this was coming? Was this even hinted at? What the fuck?
Uneasy alliance with the mad scientists in Crash
This is
Bandicoot
fucking history.
Tech Strikes
Yeah.
Back.
What? Crash used to stand out Nintendo headquarters with a fucking megaphone teasing them,
Crash Bandicoot 3 warped. Believe it or not,
taunting them.
Crash Bandicoot
It was
Insane
hinted?
Trip
It was hinted at?
making the one
What the
Nintendo Switch
ever-loving
July 10th.
shit is this?
Never
That's
fear,
fucking
Little Nightmares
nuts.
is almost here.
Wow.
Award-winning independent developer
Beautiful.
Tarsier Studios.
I wonder how this will do on the Switch, considering the graphics were a big part of how beautiful it was on the other system. Like, it looks like it holds up okay. That you can tell they've taken away a lot.
Yeah.
She doesn't have, like, there was a couple spots where the character didn't have shadows like the same way that it did.
Complete edition
Man,
on
guys, if you
Nintendo
haven't played
Switch
this game,
contains
play it.
Some of the shiny's been taken away.
Yeah.
It looks passable though.
And the kids' separate adventures.
Wow. Fucking Crash. That's nuts.
That's pretty fucking wild.
I guess Sony doesn't own the IP because it's
Each
Activision.
room is a cell. Each
So it was only like
threat.
that exclusivity evidently ended after a decade or two.
Yeah.
Not to
That's
mention,
crazy,
You
man.
can receive the Nintendo Switch exclusive in-game Pacu mask by tapping the Pac-Man amiibo figure.
You don't like that?
Nightmares Complete Edition
Cute,
releases
but
on
kind of
May
takes
18th.
away from the tone of the game, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's
South Park is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Oh shit.
We're excited to
That's
announce
awesome.
that
I'm not
South
sure
Park
if we knew this,
Manufactured
but this
by
doesn't
I don't
surprise
think
me.
I knew it.
Ubisoft puts everything on everything, right?
Creators
So
of South Park comes this
I think this
outrageously
makes
offensive superhero adventure.
sense.
You can play anytime.
very
anywhere
cool,
for
very
the
cool
very first time.
for fans of South Park
Customize
and
your avatar. come on down to South
I think it's a
Park
very
and join
switchable
Stan,
game,
Kyle,
considering
Kenny,
it's
Yeah.
something you can
Cartman's
really get
superhero
invested and
team.
spend a lot of time on,
And
especially the
find
newest
yourself
version of it that we
battle
played
system as
on the show.
surprisingly deep as the show
I
gets
unfortunately
long.
don't think we're going to get to finish this with the guys. We just don't have enough time.
Choose
Yeah.
a class. Level
And
up.
it's a lot
Build
slower
your
than the
notoriety.
first game.
It's a lot
Craft
slower.
items,
I think what you guys will see is me return to this once we get to Japan and play it like really in depth. So while you might not get the voice for the whole playthrough, I think you'll enjoy my more in-depth, like serious tactical playthrough maybe.
Will be available at launch.
I'd be up for that.
And DLC 3 Bring the Crunch will tell an additional story when it releases later this year. South
Bring the crunch. So there's going to be a
releases on
DLC
Nintendo
that
Switch April 24th.
is Berry Crunch spin-off.
Ah,
I think that's what that probably
yeah,
means.
that makes sense.
Hyrule
They probably already
Warriors
announced that or
Definitive
something.
Edition launches when exactly? Let's take a quick moment for a release date announcement. The heroes and villains of the Legend of Zelda series are about to split into
I
action once
want to
more.
give this format another chance.
Hyrule
It's
Yeah.
like the biggest reason I didn't.
launches May
Oh,
18th, only on
definitive.
Nintendo Switch.
Anyways, it's just I didn't understand what the game was
ARMS
supposed to
fans,
be
Don't miss
Right.
this.
because I'd never played any of the previous ones.
The Arms League is
It was
pleased
not
to
my
extend
jam.
An invitation to all you hardcore fans.
It
out there
really
who are
hurt
playing
my,
the game,
like-
enjoying all the added characters and stages.
For lack of a better word, OCD, which I absolutely don't have. But
Yeah.
I just don't know what else to say when that feeling you
Ooh,
get.
Canada, they mentioned us.
Place in the game's
Yep, we get
online
to-
ranked match mode from March 8th to March 18th.
It's going to be a
Will
regional
then move
tournament
on to the
online.
Finals March 31st. All finalists will receive a custom art piece.
I wonder how their player base is doing. We'll never know because Nintendo doesn't like publish numbers like that.
Nintendo of America headquarters on our official
But,
site. Stay tuned for our social
that's a
channels
fun
for more
campus.
details in the coming
Yeah.
weeks. And if you're not
The grass
an ARMS
was
fan
looking
just
pretty
yet,
good.
well, we have good news. On March 31st, we'll be hosting a 3-day test punch. Download this demo event from Nintendo eShop on Nintendo Switch. Play for free and see what you think of the world's stretchiest fighting game.
I'll still be excited
On
every
March
time
21st,
Canada's
Producer
mentioned.
Kosuke Yabuki will discuss the development of ARMS at the Game Developers Conference.
Nice sweater.
And Hisashi Nogami will present separately on the Splatoon franchise. So look out for coverage of both.
At GDC.
Inkopolis News Bulletin. It's update time.
So this is out, right?
Splatoon 2 is
I mean, we
getting an
played it.
update.
It
Version
wasn't a demo we
3.0
played, and it came out, and we
Yes.
played it,
Here's a brief
and we never went back.
taste of
Yeah,
it.
we played the full release. How's it doing? Is everybody enjoying their time in it? Like, have they added a lot to it, kept it going
Just in time
nice?
for spring.
I will say,
Yeah, it's fun.
my cousin is
Plus, more stages.
obsessed with it.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
straight
that's
up
cool.
obsessed.
That's cool.
Loves it.
Triggerfish. And the hottest date spot for the hippest inklings. Wahoo World.
I just wish
My
it
friends
was...
are obsessed with it. Got bored, hit the controllers. I love
Rank X is
Splatfest.
here.
It's the game again. I'm sure
Rank-
it's fun, but
Rank
not for me.
X is an extreme
X in
rank.
case you haven't... Oh, that guy looks like a pyro on the right.
Plus,
It's like in
more
Japan when
details
you
are
say
coming
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, and girls
So it's
do
Rake No?
Callie will appear in Octo Canyon.
Japan loves it, I think.
The world of Splatoon 2.
I just wish that it was more
continues to evolve,
party
so
friendly.
don't miss out.
For a group of 4 friends to play as a party game, because I acknowledge that there's tons of people who've made this a way of life. Like, they play it like I do Overwatch, and that's cool, but I don't have room for another Overwatch in my
a
life.
word
I'd
from
love
the
to play
Split
this with a
Research Lab.
group of friends
Check
in a
out their
room with
latest
4
video.
players
Right.
on a TV. And that was our complaint since the first Splatoon. She took off her goggles. She doesn't have the full... Wow, that's...
swagger.
Jesus. How old are they again? I don't know. Those are some
I can see
low
the
riding
vagina.
hip riding
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, you likey.
Not old enough, says Nulani. And the leather and the latex and the fucking...
I could see her butthole.
Yeah, those are right down. Those are riding real low on Marina. This is a weird trailer. This is odd. And I feel odd.
I feel old. Hey, it's like the TTT.
Looks like a new single-player campaign.
Ooh, good colors.
I'm not trying to be a hater, but this is a terrible trailer. This is just... It's confusing. I'm too old. It's literally too hip. Splatoon 2 Octo expansion. So it's yeah, it's like a new campaign.
Hello, Squid Research Lab here. So, how was it?
Is
You
this
just
the
got a sneak peek at the
this
first
guy?
paid downloadable content
Splatoon
for
2.
Splatoon 2.
Maybe.
I like this
hefty
guy.
new single-player mode Octo expansion. You'll play as the new character Agent 8, who looks like an Octoling. She wakes up on the platform
She just looks
of a
like an
dark
Octoling.
subway station without her memories. Looks like some kind of shady underground test facility. In this massive subterranean world, there are 80 of these test facilities connected by a subway. You'll depart from the station with purpose. A variety of missions await Agent
It's a cool
8
way to
and her
start.
talents. Expect new stories to unfold, shedding new
bit like
light
Mario
on
Galaxy.
beloved characters.
Fun.
You may think you know everything about the world of Splatoon, but these waters run deep, and so does the lore. Escape from these twisted depths, and you'll be able to join multiplayer matches.
So has the Rule
as an
34 started
Octoling.
for her yet?
We hope you
course
enjoy
it has.
this fresh
They're
perspective.
so gyrating.
Yeah, right? I
Since
still don't know a
Octopath
definitive
Traveler,
answer on the age of
that
Squid
means
Kids.
2018 is the year of the Octoling.
Oh yeah? Is it?
Splatoon 2 Octo expansion will launch this summer.
12 to 21,
After
or
today's
14 to
Nintendo
21,
Direct,
depending on the
Splatoon
character.
2
Okay.
Octo expansion will be available for advanced purchase in Nintendo
So like
eShop.
more than old enough for Japan.
With this purchase, Splatoon 2 owners will immediately receive
Google says they're
Octo-themed
14.
in-game gear to use in battle today.
Thank you, Squid Research Lab. Splatoon
Awkwardness
2 will continue to
is so
exceed our
adorable.
expectations.
You bet.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct.
This is them really letting loose.
Actually, we have one more announcement. Please take a look at our last
I want to
video
go for
the day.
communication with them. Your tummy just grumbled. Some more Splatoon. What else could they announce? Oh, now this is a trailer. Holy shit, this is fun. This is cool. This makes me want to play some Splatoon.
Nice.
Wow, they're really inking each other.
Yeah, they are.
Uh-oh. What does this mean? Does this mean
When?
a new one?
2018?
Does this mean a new one
it
coming to the
has
Switch?
to.
Does this mean the one on the Wii U coming to the Switch, remastered and adding Squid
No,
Kids?
it has to mean a new one.
I think
right?
it means the old one, because didn't when Mario
Oh,
Kart
you fuckers.
when Mario Kart came over to the Switch, they added Squid Kids, didn't they? That's probably what's happening.
My guess is it's a port
It'll be the Wii U version brought to the Switch plus Squid Kids added.
plus new content.
Yeah. It's okay. All right. I thought for a split second that they were fucking introducing, like teasing a new Smash
too.
Bros. But it just wouldn't make sense
But
to do
people
with
will
Squid
still
Kids,
be
right?
so happy to have this on the Switch.
They're going to be happy. Just like with Mario Kart, I'm not happy that those who invested in the Wii U system are going to have to rebuy
Yeah.
the game. I think that's shitty.
When did the last Smash come out? They said that it takes about 6 to 7 years to develop a new
Yeah,
one.
like a new Smash, maybe at the end of the Switch's lifespan.
2014. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's only been like 4 years.
Yeah, you'll see like a new Smash at the end of the Switch's life.
Well, that's still exciting. You guys were awesome.
Well, it's nice. You know, if you get past my sour grapes over
Having to
the Wii U trickery that Nintendo pulled to make us all invest in that, then that's cool though. That it's coming to the Switch because the Switch is an awesome fucking system, and
Yeah.
people will love to play Smash on. All you have to do is see people playing the Switch at PAXs together, bringing their Switch and playing them on the ground as they sit cross-legged around each other to know how fucking awesome this system is.
Yeah.
I mean, you could technically do that with the 3DS.
We did that
but
with the 3DS. It was mostly street passing and stuff, but I absolutely loved doing
Yeah.
that with turbos.
Yeah. But the 3DS, it's not, the 3DS wasn't really good for high action games, in my opinion, whereas the Switch is. Because, like, Switch, I thought any of the 3DS systems or the DS systems were best for tactical, slow games, like Animal Crossing, things that you can take your time with. The tiny screen isn't good for, like, crazy action with friends, whereas the Switch is fucking incredible for it.
Oh, RTH played the Switch with people at PAX. That's cool. I wonder if I would get into it. It's a handheld Smash game.
You've always hated Smash, and I
have
don't
always
see
hated
you loving
Smash.
it now. Becky just doesn't, like, fundamentally,
On
she's
my
never liked how it
own-
controls and how it plays.
But if I
Do you think you
sit
spent
and I
enough time to
learn
really
it-
invest, you might come around on it? You know, a little thing on your eyebrow there. There you go. Lint. Yeah.
Probably.
I think that
Maybe.
you might. I just don't think it's your thing.
But
Competitive
it
fighting.
looks so fun.
You'd be so frustrated. Does Smash have a pretty good matchmaking system? Like, maybe if the matchmaking system was good, if it was really good, where every game you played, you felt like you were matched evenly and you were having a good game.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing with any multiplayer game. Any good multiplayer game has to have
I
an
found it's pretty
incredible
good.
matchmaking system. If it doesn't,
No, Smash doesn't. Yes, it really does.
if it doesn't have incredible matchmaking, then it's not worth your time because nobody wants to sit there and feel dominated. Like, every time they go to match up with some strangers online, feel as though it's a roll of the dice whether they're going to have a game where they dominate someone or they get dominated. I want every game in a perfect world to be a close game.
Yeah.
And I think Blizzard's come as close as you can get with Overwatch. Yes, there are lots of groaners. There's lots of times where you feel like you got...
I felt good in Overwatch.
Yeah.
With their matchmaking.
Yeah, it's like you have bad
Sometimes
times
I'm
because sometimes
destroyed.
you get somebody who's had a bad day and has decided to like be a shithead during your match on your team.
Yeah.
And sometimes you end up against that type of a team. But for the most part, I would say a good 75% of the games are really good games. Online Smash is legitimately the worst online overplayed. Normally good, but once in a while you'll be paired against someone who stomps you. Never the other way around, or you won't stomp somebody occasionally?
Probably.
You trust them with matchmaking for Smash after ARMS. You guys felt like ARMS was good matchmaking?
I did hear ARMS is really good. The matchmaking was really good for ARMS.
You can vouch for it? Well, that's good.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, and speaking
I've never
of,
played. Got it.
will we see Overwatch on the Switch? I think I'm deciding whether to put my money behind this horse. I think it's going to happen. Here's why.
Okay.
Switch is going to end up with the biggest install base of any system out there. The writing's on the wall. 3DS already did it, and the Switch has got everything going behind it. The DS already did it, Isn't the DS the most bought system of all time? The DS did it. This has everything going for it that the DS and the 3DS did. People are going to love this system, and once the PS2 is that's because the PS2 kept selling like almost into the end of the life of the PS3. They just kept selling them, and Japanese kept on buying them.
That's crazy.
Anyways, what was I going to say? The reason I think is because the install base for the Switch is going to be massive. And I think Blizzard's going to look at it and they're going to say, yeah, sure, let's fucking do it now. Because we know that we're going to cash in if we do it. They will sell it for full price eventually, I think, on the Nintendo system. I think
people are all wondering if it can handle it.
Oh, without question.
Yeah.
Look at it.
There you go.
Come on, look at Overwatch. All you have to do is take away a little bit of the shiny, and you've got it. Like, it'll be fine. Easily, they can do it. It's a stylized game. Just take away, like, the stuff that, like, even the console, you can see that
can handle it.
The console is slightly not as good as the PC version in terms of the shiny, just slightly. And you just take away some of that gleam that you see on things, take away some of... You don't want to get rid of the draw distance, but Overwatch doesn't require a massive draw distance anyways, just due to the way the maps are designed on purpose, because you don't want Widowmaker to have too far of a range, right? So every map...
I love Doom on Switch. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, fucking Doom came to the fucking Switch.
Yep.
Doom! Come on. It's going... I think it can run, and I think they will bring it eventually, when they decide that it's their priority. I think this being, like, the second year for Overwatch, their priority is still catering to the core that they designed for. But I think eventually their team is going to have freed up resources to port it over. I think it'll do it. And I think that'll be incredible. Yeah. It'll be incredible for you.
Yeah, I'll actually play again.
Although it'll be hard.
Yeah. But
this
is a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, well, we're talking about this coming.
That's true. That's true. I just wanted to bring it back to Crash Bandicoot.
That was insane.
That was fucking cool.
That was crazy.
Yeah. It was. I want that shit.
Yeah, you loved Bandicoot back in the day.
Yes.
That
was sneaky. Insane. Good one, Sandwich Man.
So what was that game? Like, all of the crashes?
Yeah, what exactly
or was it just the first one? Or what is it? Like, is it the entire series? Yeah, it took me a while, because I was just sitting there like, I loved Undertale. Then all of a sudden...
It's the first 3. Ah, cool!
That's fun.
I wonder how much it is. When does that come out? Like, the end of June, early July or something? I remember those commercials with Crash on the megaphone.
Do you know what would be amazing? If to promote this game, they did it again. Like, they did a callback to that.
Oh my god, that would be awesome.
They had, like, a guy go outside and just be like, hey, why don't you have any of my games on your system? That would be hilarious.
July 13th. You're excited to finally play Undertale? Yeah, man. Yes.
I'm gonna look up those videos now. So what would you look up to see those videos? It'd be like Crash Bandicoot, like Nintendo, but now I'm fucked.
Oh god, yeah.
Crash